All right, once again this morning we are here at Cedar Point, heading in to Gatekeeper entrance. I am super excited about being here one more time this week. The plan for today is to ride as many roller coasters as possible. Yes, today is all about coasters. Today is not about every ride, only coasters. Now, you just heard the national anthem. That's what we were doing right as we came in. I came in right at 9 o'clock. But today is meant as a bit of a control test. I want to see how many rides I can ride today without any kind of fast lane access. So one of my number one questions in my comments is fast lane worth it? Is it worth the cost? Is it worth the price? Can you do a ton of stuff? Well, today is a weekday. Today's a Tuesday, and we're going to ride as many things as we possibly can on a Tuesday when hopefully crowds are maybe a little bit lower, and see how many things we can possibly do today. But the idea is then, how many things can we do in comparison to a weekday with a fast lane access on the weekend? Because I know the majority of people can only do things here at Cedar Point on the weekend unless you have had some time off. So the plan is to kind of look at the two and see which one seems to be most successful. Of course, you guys can make that decision for yourself, but I will give you all of the information that you need to make that decision for yourself. Is it worth it or not? So today we're gonna go check that out. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's go. Already this morning, Raptor had a sign on it saying it was not open yet. Valravn is running empty cars. So we're gonna go to the back and try to run as many things as we can. Now, once you get to the end of the midway, which would be what you see right in front of me right now, right will take you to the entrance of Dragster, left will take you to the entrance of Rougarou and Millennium. So generally you want to go to the left. At least that's what I've found so far this year. Usually I would say go to the right because it's the hidden entrance, and most people don't go that way, but also most of those rides are not open. It also takes a little bit longer to get to the back of the park from there. I have found better luck with Rougarou and with Millennium Force being open first thing in the morning. So those are the rides that are kind of those middle attractions that we're gonna try to hit today at the very beginning of the day. And hopefully we'll have nice short lines on those attractions. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get a ton done. I'm ready to go. Let's try it. Oh yeah, this is great. This will be a nice short line first thing here in the morning. This early on Millennium, there is not even any kind of a fast lane entrance. So if you want to get on rides in the first hour, maybe 2 hours, especially for some of the rides that have longer waits, you are going to just wait in the regular line no matter what, whether you have a fast lane entrance or you do not. Luckily this morning, I already felt my allergies kind of kicking in when I woke up this morning. So I brought my eye drops with me. There's something here in the air that is allergy ridden. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it happens, but it happens to me every year at some point while I'm here at Cedar Point. If you have high allergies, it's not a bad idea to bring some allergy medicine or to bring some sort of eye drops to help you out just in case. It is really sucky when all day long your eyes are just irritated and red and itchy constantly. One sure way to know that one of the trains is just stuck or it hasn't been moving forward is if people on one of the trains that has just arrived back, if they're all just sitting on their phones. That's what they're doing right now, and I'm a little bit worried about it because I'm wondering why we have been at a stop for as long as we have been right now. We moved forward immediately, and then We've just been stuck here for like 4 or 5 minutes. So, okay, there it goes. I wonder what the issue was, but we're cooking now. It is 9:29 and I'm right here on the landing dock. I got in line at 9:15, so this has been a 15-minute wait for me. Awesome. For Millennium Force, I will always take a 15-minute wait. The workers are always very diligent in making sure every single person is strapped in twice. So you have your lap belt, and then you also have your cloth belt or your I don't know what kind of belt it is, some sort of woven fabric. So you always have at least 2 points of failure that would happen on the ride, if not more than that. And the rides are very automated, so they know exactly what's going on. These people are extremely excited behind me, and I'm excited to watch them go. Let's see them. Millennium Force is one of the best rides here at Cedar Point. At the time it was built, it was the tallest roller coaster in the world. The very top of the track is very, very rounded, so you just feel like you keep going down. It's so much fun. And I am seeing that Maverick is running. I have a feeling I can get a pretty short line for it for right now, so let's go. Something most people do not know is right behind me, the path diverges here by Chick-fil-A. And you can actually turn left up here past Chick-fil-A and go a back route right next to Maverick. And it will take you right up into the line, or if you have a fast lane entrance, it'll take you directly to the fast lane entrance. So that's definitely a little tip that I think will probably help you out. The entire line is not even open yet on the inside for Maverick, so that bodes very, very well for me. I got in line here at 9:45. We'll see how long it's going to take. I'm not even sure what the suggested wait time was. The suggested wait is 45 minutes, but I don't believe that that's even going to be the case. I think given that part of this line isn't even open and they are not loading fast lane people yet, means this will probably be closer to a 25 or maybe 30-minute wait. We'll see if I'm right or not. I could be very wrong. I have been wrong before. It has been not quite 10 minutes and I've made it to basically the fast lane entrance to Maverick. And the line is really booking right now. I mean, it has been in a perpetual state of motion for several minutes here. We've just keep moving forward. It's a slow pace, but everybody is constantly moving. So they're definitely doing a good job of getting people through this line right now. Now, once the fast lane people enter, I am sure that will not be exactly the case. Our fast lane friends are getting on right now. We have been stopped here for a while. I think it's because sometimes they will fill the loading bay just a bit too full, and at that point then they'll like stop people from coming on for a little bit, and then they will let them back on later. So we'll see if that's right. I am seeing cars coming in and out of the station, so I'm assuming we're still going to be moving. However, at this point, now that fast lane is on, it is going to take a little bit longer for us to get on from this point. So I mean, that's just what you get. It's what happens with fast lane. So let's go. Fast lane is definitely moving faster, but it's not been long since I've been here either. So we'll see what this actually ends up being like. So far it's been about 25 minutes that I've been standing in this line. It's always a good sign when they haven't opened some of the queue on the inside. I'm a little bit surprised they haven't opened it yet, considering that the line outside looks like it's substantially bigger than it was. I'm discovering something that I never really thought about for this ride, which is that it moves in spurts. You come, you move very fast, and then you stand. And then you move forward pretty quickly again, and then you stand. It always feels like, oh, is it broken? Like, should I get out of line? But generally, if you stick with it, unless they come over the PA system and they say, like, we're broken down, we don't know when we're going to come back up, you're probably fine. But I believe that they are running 5 trains today for Maverick, so definitely good. Also, the line here for Fastlane has definitely progressed past us. As it should. I mean, that's what the Fastlane is for. So if you invest in Fastlane, of course it's going to move very, very quickly. We are very close to the loading dock right now, and it has been 40 minutes so far of a wait. So their 45-minute wait time was not entirely inaccurate. That was pretty close, actually. I have a feeling it's substantially higher now. First row on Maverick. I don't think I've ever done this before. Well, let's try it out, see what happens. You can put your hat and glasses in the bin here on Maverick. So that's my plan for this one.
Thank you for riding Maverick, and enjoy your day at Cedar Point, America's roller.
First row on Maverick, and the ride was so crazy that it opened my bank account. That was awesome. First row on Maverick. Just take my money, Cedar Point, take all my money. It is so much fun. It's so fast. It's so thrilling. It is awesome. So right now we are at one more ride here. We are going to hit Cedar Creek Mine Ride. This is the time of the day when you need to hit some of the smaller rides. Now, I think it says 15 minutes right here. It says 5, but no workers by it. So it could very likely be a longer line. So let's see what happens. Let's go. So no one is in the queue behind me, but the line does start right here, which probably is 15-minute, maybe even a 20-minute wait. So we'll see what happens. Either way, it's not going to be nearly as bad as the last wait I just was in. Wow, and some people are really enjoying it right now. Here at 10:40. We will see how long this line actually takes. Like I said, my guess is probably 20 minutes. It has been 10 minutes waiting in line for this, not long at all. I'm right here on the loading dock, so we are ready to go at this point. This guy has seen some crap. All right, I am headed to the front of the park to ride a couple rides I haven't ridden yet, and possibly even to get something to eat. But we're definitely going up to try out a couple of those middling rides like Gatekeeper and Raptor at this point. I'm just gonna complete the circuit around the park. On our way up, I might end up hitting something else. We'll see what happens. It is 11:07. So let's see what happens. Magnum says a 5-minute wait, but Gemini said a 0-minute wait, and that is definitely not a 0-minute wait. I believe it more for Magnum. Magnum is at a 5-minute wait, and I believe it. I actually believe that this is a 5-minute wait, especially considering generally they don't completely fill up the loading bay. So it does look like there's a bit of a fast lane line also, but that should be fine. Millennium is now at a 30-minute wait, and Maverick is at a 60-minute wait. So we definitely dodged bullets on both of them. Maverick a little bit less so, but still, at least we're not having to wait in that hot sun now. We went right under the shelter, so that's always nice. Got in line for Magnum at 11:15. It is 11:17. Said 5-minute wait. It is even less than a 5-minute wait, so we should be on this ride within 3 minutes. So let's go. That ride is synonymous with airtime. It's just crazy how much, like at the end, the last like 3 hills, you're basically just standing up every time you come to the hill. So if you don't like that sensation, these things are not particularly tight. So you may want to tighten your belt particularly more, just so that you don't get that sensation of standing up while you are while you're going over those last couple of hills. But other than that, that's an awesome ride. Magnum is the very first hypercoaster. It is the one that kind of set the bar for a lot of things to come right after that, over the 2 decades afterwards. But it is much less smooth than the hypercoasters of today. It is the predecessor, and it feels like the predecessor, but I still do love it, and the more I ride it, the more I love it. Well, that ride takes you way up, beautiful views of Lake Erie, and then straight down. It is a great classic ride here at Cedar Point. All right, I just went to one of the Cedar Point locations where you can play to win or get the ticket of a lifetime. I did not win anything for this first location. However, there are 5 locations throughout the day that I will hit. We'll see if I win today. I've done it before, but not on my own accord. And I'll take you guys through the process next time. Looks like Dragster is down, at least for the moment. So that won't be one that I will be riding today, or at least not right now. On my way to the Skyride, I'm gonna hit one more Cedar Point booth here and see what happens. All right, so you will just take out your camera, scan that QR code. There will be a little website that will come up, and you just press that little website link. It'll come up with a place to put your email and put your email address in there. And as soon as you are done with that, it'll tell you whether you won or not. If it just shows you a map of all the other locations, you didn't win. And that's all I've gotten so far. So we'll see. I'll hit the other 3 today, see what happens. Just one. Yep. I have heard some horror stories about these type of ride anyway. I'm not sure if it was here at Cedar Point, but if they were shook back and forth, then they will fall. So don't rock them. We love the ease and beauty of the Skyride. At the end of the Skyride is this little tiny Italian restaurant. I don't know what all they serve. I've never been in it before, but that is where we're headed right now. I'm actually looking for something healthy, which I think I see salads on the side. So let's see if they have salads here, and if I can make all of these steps here at Cedar Point work for me so that I slim down rather than going the other direction. So a little tip for Hugo's Italian Eatery: if you only want a salad when you come in, you can just get a salad, and all you need to do is just hop in the line, and then when you get up toward the front, just walk around. You really wouldn't need to wait much at all, because most people are there waiting for the like baked goods, you know, like the pizzas and the calzones and things like that. If you're not waiting for the baked goods or something that's going to come out of that kitchen, then you should just be able to come around, hop on, get a salad for $5.99. This is actually probably one of the best deals that I've seen. This is quite a salad for $5.99. This really, I wouldn't even turn my nose up at the price if I went to Wendy's and got a salad. There is no way Raptor is worth a 2-hour wait, which is what's sitting at right now. What I think has happened is I think a lot of people are just coming in right now. I saw a lot of people saying that they've only ridden one ride, or that they've not ridden anything yet, because they're just coming in and they're having lunch here. So they got here right at 12, and then they're gonna make their way around the park. So I'm thinking by about 3 or 4 o'clock tonight, these midway rides are gonna be quite a bit lower. However, I'm gonna check out Wicked Twister right now. It looks like pretty much everything has a 60-minute to 120-minute line for it. However, I didn't see what Wicked Twister was like. But we all know I don't like Wicked Twister, but I mean, let's get it out of the way. It is one of the roller coasters, so let's just go see what happens. With both Max Air and Gatekeeper out of commission, this part of the park has really become kind of just a wasteland. There's not a whole lot of draws here to bring people to this area, so let's see if this happens to be a smaller line or not. Update: Wicked Twister has a 30-minute wait for it, and quite honestly, first of all, I hate that ride, so I don't want to wait 30 minutes for it, and secondly, I think it'll go down quite a bit tonight. So I'm gonna come back. One thing I have noticed is Valravn consistently has high wait times. After the first part of the day, It is not unusual for it to hit 90 minutes. Got in line here for Rita Cabana at 12:35. So we're gonna check this out, see how long this line takes. I'm assuming maybe 5 minutes or so. Does take a while because you need to have your IDs out. So if you are coming to get drinks, always just have your ID out, ready to go in your hand. That way it just gets going faster. Well, they either ran out of cups again, or it's just too long of a line for them to pour cups for everyone. Which either way I like. That is fine with me. We are going into an hour-and-a-half line right now for Valravn, and we're gonna enjoy a Bud Light line while we do that. So make the line a little bit better, but this time I came prepared, and I have water because last time I about died. I don't know if it was water or if it was the carbonation or what it was, but it hurt, whatever it was. So we're not letting that happen again. But this line looks like it is all the way outside of the line. This is not a good sign. First of all, I don't know that I believe that that is only an hour-and-a-half line. And secondly, I'm noticing that Iron Dragon has a 35-minute wait. So we're gonna go hit up Iron Dragon. And then I saw a couple others towards the back of the park with lower wait times, which leads me to think a lot of the crowds are still stuck up here at the front of the park, and they're going to be inflating those smaller rides soon here. So I would rather go hit a couple other roller coasters that we haven't hit yet and that are at lower weights right now before the crowds get to them. So we're gonna go check that out. The day never works out exactly the way I have planned. So you just roll with the punches and keep on moving. Another tip for today, there will be the fireworks. There will be lots and lots of shows. The entire celebration starts at the end of the day today. So today, that's also kind of my backup plan for any rides that don't seem to work during the day. I'll try to hit them at the end of the day. Once everything's dark and the lights are out, the fireworks are going, and the parade is going, and the streamers are streaming, that's my chance to hit some fun rides. Now, I'm seeing people exit the Iron Dragon queue, so this is making me nervous. We may not be hitting Iron Dragon. So, okay, recalibrate. Where are we going next? It's time to look at the app and see what we're gonna do next instead of Iron Dragon. I guess you just gotta pick something and go do it. So I've still got this whole drink to finish up. This says an hour and 3/4, but it doesn't look like that much. So we're gonna see. Let's go. I'm pretty sure the Fast Pass line is longer for this than the regular line. If this takes an hour and 3/4, I will eat my hat. There's no way. Rougarou says an hour and 3/4. I got in line here at 12:58. I am thinking this is gonna be like, I don't know, maybe at most a 20-minute wait. It is not going to be long. All right, so it has been 45 minutes since Rougarou. I just got my phone back up and running because it ran out of batteries. I had it connected to a cord to one of my extra batteries, and apparently that cord was bad. So I've just been sitting here waiting for it to charge after I went and bought one at the Pagoda over here, and finally it's up and charging. So to say I'm a little bit annoyed is an understatement. I am a little bit annoyed right now. Rougarou, I believe, took only about 20 of those minutes. Since then, I walked all the way back to Panda trying to look for a cord, and then finally realized that there was not going to be anything back there. I thought maybe those gift shops right there would have it, but then instead I walked right all the way back here to the Pagoda. So now we are headed to our next place, which our next ride, I believe, will be Iron Dragon. I'll look at the list of rides, get on the app, we'll see what we're gonna do next. Rougarou is a great ride. It starts off with kind of like a little dip, but that dip is probably the scariest part of the ride. Definitely push your head back against the seat, and just hang on for dear life because it's definitely fun. I have learned to love it more and more and more throughout this year as I've been here over and over and over riding these rides. It says 30-minute wait for Iron Dragon, and based on the fact that I'm outside of the queue right now, I believe that is probably true. I got in line here at Iron Dragon at 1:50. I am kind of kicking myself though because I could have easily ridden at least one other ride in the time that it took for me to go search for a charge cord that actually worked. So it is kind of frustrating. Now you will see that Iron Dragon really does kind of a hard end. It sways a lot. You stop pretty quickly. Definitely the brakes hit really hard, and it does cause a bit of kind of some aftershocks at the end of that ride. So something to keep in mind. The rest of the ride is pretty smooth overall. It kind of has, because they swing, even though it seems like a swinging ride would feel more intense, it really kind of lessens the sensation of the intensity of the ride because you're kind of going along with it until the very end, and then it kind of gets you there. Tell me down in the comments, what do you think of Iron Dragon? What's your favorite part? Let's talk about it down there. It's 2:07 and we are right here on the loading dock right now. It only took about 20 minutes overall for me to get here, maybe 25 minutes for me to get here, much less than the 35 minutes that it was supposed to be. That is such a great ride. I love Iron Dragon. I always have enjoyed that, and it's been a great ride that you can do if you're just a little bit too tired someday. Like, it's a great ride to give yourself a little bit of a rest on. I'm gonna watch a little bit of this show here. I haven't seen this one yet.
Come on, let's twist again, like we did last year. Twist, y'all. Round and round, up and down, round and round, up and down. 2, 3, kick, 1, 2, 3, jump. Round and round and up and down. 1, 2, 3, kick, 1, 2, 3, jump.
Even on days when all you're wanting to do is watch rides, this is a great place to come. Check out a little bit of a show while you check out the app and figure out which ride you're going to go to next. All right, it is time for another guest services play for ticket of a lifetime. We're gonna see if maybe I happen to win at this point. Well, nuts, bested again. At this point, I know I'm gonna hit another long line. No matter where I go, I'm going to hit a long line. So, I am very much considering getting another one of those tequila sunrises because that thing was delicious, first of all. And I haven't had one for the rest of the year since that video. So we're gonna go check that out back by the bar, see how long the line is. We'll see. For Tuesday, I am very surprised at how long these lines are. These have been very big, but we haven't done terribly with getting a lot of rides done. The ones we've really missed the most so far are Valravn and Raptor. Just gonna give a nickel's worth of free advice here. Do not use the family dryers. The family dryers do nothing. They make you very hot. That's all they do. These people are in for a treat. I am very jealous of the people on the water rides right now because I want to go on them. It is so hot. It's crazy. But, I mean, I guess I'll live. I have to ride all the rides before I can ride the water rides. Maybe we can get to all of them today. I'm thinking it seems like a very distinct possibility. Well, don't try to walk through the double doors with a Jack and Coke in your hand because I spilled it all over myself when it hit me. But that's what happens. At least I have a black shirt on. For the first time in forever, I am bringing my cell phone onto Steel Vengeance. Now, I won't have it on the ride because there are free lockers later on. You just have to hop out of line for a little bit and get to them. I am prepared for about a 2.5 hour line at this point. Might be a little bit less than that. So it's gonna be fun, but I have a drink. I have something to entertain me with my phone, and I have my charger on it right now. So we should be good for a little bit here. Let's just see what happens. And this time I can actually get some B-roll footage of one of my favorite roller coasters, Steel Vengeance. They did say that the free lockers are not for everything. They are for wallets, keys. You can't just use them for anything, but they are there for your use for things that are indispensable for you to have with you. This is definitely going to be a long, hot line. And so I'm glad I have my drink with me. But it's definitely not going to be a short one. It is a crazy hot day, as you can see behind me here. Could they hand out some refreshments or something? Popular, but then I get in the line with a very, very long wait, but then everybody else just kind of doesn't get in the line afterwards and doesn't take my place. Drives me crazy. I want to see the line be just as long for everybody else as it is for me if I have to stand in a long line. Otherwise it means I didn't use my time as wisely as I would like to. And in this case, I guess I didn't. Should have gotten on just a little bit later, because it's thinned out pretty well now. But I mean, at the same time, you have to ride something. If you don't ride something, you'll never get on anything, and you'll just end up waiting for the perfect weight, and you'll never find it. Make sure that you bring lots of water. If you don't have water, you're not going to make it. It is so hot. It is so miserable. Make sure that you are well hydrated. There are lots of people bringing waters back to their groups here, left this part of the line, and then just come back to their party. And it seems like Cedar Point has no problem with this, which is a good thing, because honestly, people need waters. If I had a party right here with me, I would send someone to do the exact same thing. But it is nice to know that that's something you can do. You're not going to be like looked down upon or frowned upon if you have somebody go get waters for you and then bring them back to your group, especially on a hot day as hot as today is. See, look at how small that line is now. That makes me mad. Everybody else should have had to wait in the same line that I did. It started way over there. When I got in line, this line was at 120 minutes, and it is now smaller. But on the app it says 150 minutes. So weird. I got in line at right about 3 o'clock. And it is now 4 o'clock. We had a solid hour in the sun. And finally now we're in the shade, and it feels so much better. It's just like a deep sigh of relief. Like you can actually breathe. An employee just came through and said one member of each party can go through and get water for the rest of their party. I mean, I saw more than one person go, and honestly, I can't imagine going and trying to get it for an entire party. So maybe if you split up your party a little bit, send more than one person. I think that's fair. I am very close to the lockers, so I'm planning to show you guys a little bit about the locker system and the way that this actually works for the free lockers. At this point, we're very close. So this is nice. I don't know that it's going to be a full 2 hours, which is going to be really good. I think it's only been 1 hour that we've been in line at this point. I think we got in line right at about 3 o'clock. So I'm a little bit surprised it's as long as it said, 1 hour and 20 minutes. I know this is going to be a little bit more of a line over here, but not much. So I think we're pretty well golden to have a good line here. So awesome.
There should be more. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So you're actually gonna put your stuff in on this side, and then by the entrance it's gonna come out on that side.
Okay.
Yeah?
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So it's 4:24, and I'm right about to get on right now. You do have to put away your hat. You can try to stuff a hat in there, so I did it. You also have to put the button away if you're wearing a button. So I was wearing a button today, so you got to put that away. Anything that is on you that is loose in any form or fashion, you have to put away in the lockers. Now, what's going to happen is when I walk around on the other side, I will go to locker number 13 and I'll open it up on the other side, and I can take everything that is in this locker out at that point. Alright, so you'll go back to your number, and then the screens are down here that you can use to access what you need to access. And then right here is where you're moving. And the screams of Steel Vengeance right above me. All of those phones and keys and glasses that have just been destroyed. Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance is no joke. It is such a fun ride, but it is crazy. One thing that I've learned recently is that the lap bar, the default position for the lap bar is closed on you, all the way shut. So even if it were to break, it would continue to stay shut no matter what. You have to push that thing off of you. It stays tight even after it has been unlocked. You're definitely safe on it. You start out with a massive straight down plunge to your doom. I was in the second to last seat, which was it was something. It was a bit intense for me, but it was definitely fun even at that. And the more I ride it, the more I enjoy it. The first time I rode it, it was kind of like, ooh, jarring. But at this point, it is just pure fun every time that I ride it. So definitely go check that one out. So much fun. Challenge yourself. If you don't find it fun the first time, you will after like the fourth time, okay? Don't worry about it. Eventually you just lose your instinct of self-preservation, and you just have a blast. Steel Vengeance did only take about an hour and a half to get on the whole thing, and at this point I really need some water. Really, I think we waited all together about an hour and 20 minutes, and that includes getting the lockers. This heat is oppressive, and the lines are even worse. So I'm about to get on a 45-minute line for Gemini. Let's go. This is a 25-minute wait according to the app. So we'll see how long this actually takes. I got in this line at 4:50. The red train is not running. So they're only running one train at a time right now. So that is why, that's even why it's a 25-minute wait. We're gonna have to do a little bit of waiting just for the blue train, but it does look like they have 2 trains running each. But that's cold comfort in comparison to the 4 trains that they usually run. There is still a lot of empty space here in the line for Gemini, but the line has still been 25 minutes up to this point. So I think the first number might be right. It might be 45 minutes rather than 25 minutes. But we'll see what happens. It has been just about 35 minutes, and we are just about to board the stairs onto the landing dock. Oh, I left my hat. I'm gonna have to go back and get it. Back up the ramp the other way. These paths are very, very thin, so if you forget something, you're gonna have to wait all the way until the end of everybody getting off, and then come back and ask them for it very nicely. And I was officially a 45-minute wait, which is exactly what it says right there. So we are now headed to our next ride. And in this case, the app was wrong, but the sign was right, and there was no employee next to the sign, which is definitely surprising to me. Not everything always works exactly the way you expect it to. I don't think I believe this 30-minute wait nonsense at all. Last time I rode this and it was this short, it was less than a half hour, I believe. I got in line for this at 5:45, and it's now 5:48. So I'd say we're doing pretty well. It'll be 2, maybe possibly 3 cars before I'll get on, but I can deal with that.
For how low key that was.
It is 6:02. I have 4 more hours in the park tonight. So I think first we need to go grab a little bit of food before I starve to death. So, of course, there's music, and I'm walking right past the best barbecue place and in Cedar Point. So, of course, we're going to Backbeat Q, because what else would I do with my day? All right, I am here at Backbeat Q because where else would I be? And it's always perfect. And we have a different band that I have not seen yet. So you can't get any better than that. I also got pulled pork and a side salad. I'm trying to eat quite a bit healthier here because with all the steps I've been taking, I've also been gaining some weight. Like I've slimmed down, but I've also gained some weight. So yeah, it's time just to slim down. All right, I have successfully completed my food at Backbeat Q, and now I have also successfully completed every roller coaster at the back of the park. So it is now time to find our next roller coasters that we are going to hit. So far we have hit 9 of them today. We are still missing a couple notable ones. Valravn, Blue Streak, Raptor, Wicked Twister, and unfortunately, right after I eat, Corkscrew. So I think that's where we're headed right now. That'll probably have a relatively low weight. You are here on a hot day like today. It does get pretty miserable. Make sure that you take advantage of those Coke stations. Make sure that you take advantage of refresh areas. Make sure that you take advantage of spaces where you can sit and have a little bit of relaxation time. And make sure that whenever you go to a restaurant, you ask for a little cup of water like this. That's what they'll give you at the refresh stations also. One really cool tip, if you go to Chick-fil-A, they'll give you a bigger cup. There is a couple other places here in the park where they'll give you bigger cups also. But make sure to stay hydrated. We don't need y'all passing out on us. I'm definitely fine with a 30-minute wait on Corkscrew. That's looking somewhat possible. It's a decently long line, but there's still a lot of empty spots. I got in line here right at 6:34. So we'll see how long it takes for me to get up onto the platform. It is 6:45. So I think that means a 10-minute wait on Corkscrew. That was almost nothing. So we're ready to get on right now. I'm right here on the loading dock. We're ready to go. Last time I rode this, I got completely and utterly drenched. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it right up here for you to check it out. Because we were soaked. I'm in the back row for this. This is going to beat the hell out of me. But I don't think this is going to be very fun. Oh man, that hits different when you ride in the back row. And by hits different, I mean it hit my neck different. Oh my word. I'm pretty sure I got some legitimate whiplash on that. Oh, certainly not my favorite ride. Although I do think it's better toward the front than toward the back. The further toward the back you ride, the worse it gets. And oddly enough, in the rain, it's actually pretty good. Must be some additional lubrication. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, it is time to ride all of our front of the park rides. I'm just sitting here kind of getting a plan for my day, for the rest of my day. So I really have 4 roller coasters that I'm trying to complete in the next like 3 hours. One of those is Wicked Twister, one of them is Blue Streak, one of them is Valravn, and one of them is Raptor. I just discovered that Raptor is 40 minutes, Blue Streak is 30 minutes, Valravn is 90 minutes, and Wicked Twister, that awful thing over there, is 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ride the 5-minute wait first. Thank goodness it'll be the last thing I need to do that it sucks. My logic here is, first of all, Wicked Twister is in a very unadvantageous place when it comes to the end of the evening, and especially to the parade at the end of the evening. So if I want to ride Wicked Twister, first of all, a 5-minute wait, I mean, I can knock that out right now, no problem. There will be a parade later, and I think that's going to draw a lot of people away from some of those other rides. Even Blue Streak at a half hour is a pretty long amount of time to wait for Blue Streak. I mean, I'll do it. I just don't want to if I can avoid it. So instead, I can ride Wicked Twister right now. Now, I only expect these front coasters to really drop a ton because the parade route goes right through here. I don't expect that the parade is gonna make a measurable difference to the rides at the back. I don't expect it's gonna help Steel Vengeance. I don't expect it's gonna make much of a difference to Maverick. It's gonna make a lot more of a difference to the rides that are right here, where families who are walking by are gonna see the parade and wanna stop just to watch it for a little bit at least. So, that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. Let's see how well it works tonight, and let's go. Got in line for Wicked Twister at 7:10. We will see how fast I can get on this ride. It said 15 minutes or the app says 5. So let's see which one is actually correct. 7:22, that was like another 10-minute wait, so definitely good, maybe even less than that. Oh man, I am really not a fan of that. But it did make it better. I didn't get her name, but there was a very sweet girl who was also riding by herself there, and she just screamed her guts out on that ride. And it made it much more fun. So I enjoy it when you're with someone who's just down for the ride, down to party. Once again, I'm just taking a little rest here for a second so that I can get my bearings and figure out which of these 3 rides that are surrounding me right now I actually want to ride. So let's go check them out. Let's see what the app has to say and see how things have changed in the last, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that. So far at this point, I have ridden 11 coasters. There are 2 that are down. I won't be able to ride those 2. Those are Dragster, and of course Gatekeeper has been down now for quite some time because a chain broke on Gatekeeper a couple of weeks ago, maybe pushing a month ago now. Well, according to the app, I chose correctly. Blue Streak no longer has a 30-minute wait. It now has a 5-minute wait. And that's the kind of crap I'm looking for. I got in line at 7:45. It is 7:48 now, and we are already halfway through the line that I got in. So it looks like it'll be possibly one train, maybe 2 trains before I will actually get on Blue Streak. Wow. Blue Streak now says a 30-minute wait on the app. A bolder lie I have never heard tell of. Why am I riding all these rides that beat you up like crazy? This was poorly planned by me. At least I'm getting on all of them though. Well, that was awesome. Actually, that was really, really smooth. It was a nice ride at the back of Blue Streak, which I'm a little bit surprised about. Also met someone else really nice who was a single rider. It's always fun to meet people while you're here at the parks too. Now, I have 2 more coasters that I have to ride. Anything else is just the gravy on top. So, we are headed straight to, I don't know, either Raptor or Valravn. Which one? Although, in all fairness, I really need some water first, so I'm probably gonna hit up a restaurant here. If you haven't figured it out yet, I am hitting the lowest weights first for tonight before I hit then the highest weights. So right now, Raptor has a 45-minute wait. I knew that 120 minutes was just ridiculous earlier today. There's no way that that's an acceptable amount for Raptor. Do not wait 2 hours for Raptor ever. That is a Steel Vengeance number and Steel Vengeance alone. You do not wait for other rides for that long. So, and even Steel Vengeance was actually an hour and a half today. So right now, Raptor is at 45 minutes, and then Valravn is at 60 minutes right now. So once again, I have a feeling both of those are going to go down even further as we get closer to the festivals and all the different things that are fun things for this evening for our 150th anniversary. You hear that noise? That is the ride we are about to get on, Raptor. Raptor's looking like it's a 45-minute wait still. It hasn't really changed. And Valravn is still at 60 minutes once again, still. So we're gonna see how accurate those are. Sometimes the numbers just stay up at the end of the night. Yes, in fact, this does look like a 30-minute line. This is by far the longest line I have waited for Raptor yet this year. I'm kind of impressed, actually, on a Tuesday, for Pete's sake. I guess it's possible that some people had some time off of work. I suppose that could be the case today, or that they asked specific time off of work as a part of everything, but still, it's just crazy. I got in line for Raptor at 8:14. It is now 8:32, so we are looking at, so far, 15 minutes. I'm thinking this is looking reasonably like probably a 30-minute line overall. Probably not quite 45 minutes. It is 8:42 and I am on my way up to the platform. Right now, I am here on the stairs, which means this has been about a half-hour line. A little bit under a half-hour line, actually, because we got in line right at 8:15. All right, our last ride of the night, besides Dragster and Gatekeeper, which are not open today. This is the final one, the final countdown. It says an hour and a quarter. I'm not sure that I believe that at all. These misters feel so good. This is a way shorter line than what we had earlier in the day when I walked down this same path to see if it might actually be one that I'd want to ride. My guess is 45 minutes for this. That's gonna be my guess. I'm sticking to it. We'll see if that actually happens or not. Got in line here for Valravn right at just about 8:55. So we'll see if this ends up being a 45 or an hour and a quarter wait. There's no way this is an hour and a quarter. I can see the parade passing us right now. Well, it's looking like this is going to be the last ride of the evening. It is 9:44 right now. I didn't think this line would take that long, but so far it has taken 50 minutes. So we'll see. Everyone misses a time or two. And I've definitely missed this one. Well, it is 9:53 and I am on the loading dock. I am going to get to ride it. I'm going to get to ride it even before the park closes, but I think this will be my last ride of the evening, no matter what. So, it's nice that I was able to complete them all, but it did take absolutely all day. Although, I still did get some relaxation in. I watched a show, I listened to a band while I ate, I had a nice leisurely salad earlier on in the day, and there were a couple times when I just walked around just a little bit too. So I could have actually done this just a little bit earlier than I did. And I'm here, last ride of the night. All right, we are off, and it is 10:01. But I am hot, I am sweaty, and my shirt smells like death. But I did it. I did what I could not do all year last year, which was ride every roller coaster in one day here at Cedar Point. Now, I'd still love to try to ride every ride in one day, but that might likely require a fast lane at this point. The lines today were huge. We had a 120-minute line for Raptor throughout most of the day. We had a 90-minute line for Valravn throughout most of the day, and I saw a 120-minute line for that also at one point during the day too. We just waited about an hour and 5 minutes, something like that, for Valravn. It has been a great day, but we also had to contend with some crazy lines. Again, that is something that I was not even able to come close to last year when we were coming here during COVID. As a matter of fact, my friend Nathan and I, you met Nathan a couple videos ago, but he and his wife came, and we were only able to do 4 rides for the entire day. That was miserable. And it was pretty much similar to that throughout the rest of the year from that point. I think the most I got done all last year, for reference sake, I think the most I got done all last year was 7 rides in one day. And that's just rides. That's not even roller coasters. So, today was an absolute success. Like I said, we got to see every roller coaster. We got to watch some shows, and we got a couple of good meal experiences, and we got to just walk around and soak in a bit of ambiance while we were here at America's Roller Coaster. So I am definitely pleased with today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you will like, comment, and subscribe. I definitely want to hear from you guys. What do you want to know? What do you want to see? If you have ideas, please jot them down in the comments. Tell me what they are. If I haven't done it yet and you've already jotted it down once, then jot it down again. And if it's not already on my list, then maybe I'll put it on that list for something that I can do throughout this year. So thank you guys for everything. Actually, just recently, we just hit 890 subscribers. Today, we hit 890 subscribers. I'll be interested to see where we actually are when this video comes out, because I almost guarantee we won't be at 890 anymore. But you guys are moving real fast. Also, I have a drawing that is happening right now. You don't have to be a subscriber. You don't have to pay anything. All you need to do is just share a video of mine. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I don't care where you, Snapchat, I don't care where you share it. If you share it and you screenshot it, send me the screenshot of your sharing on email at notyournormalguy.reviews@gmail.com. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. Then I'm giving away some Cedar Point merch. I'd love to have you guys enter that. I just need the screenshot, I need your name, and I need an address where you want me to send things if you happen to win. I've already had quite a few people get in on that already, and it's only been about a week. So come join in on the fun. Thank you guys so much today, and I hope you're having a great day. I will see you later. Bye. No. I'm excited to go see that with my daughter. That is going to be so much fun. That was not what today was about, though. It is about time I get this disgusting shirt off. It has been so sweaty today. And like, this is, I'm sure, the hottest day that we have had at Cedar Point by far this year. I know I want to drink. I know I definitely want some water. I am extremely thirsty. But I know also that they give you a nice big water. Bug on my neck. So, let's see what the rest of this evening holds for us. There are so many bugs. Mayflies out here. It's just crazy. So, I'm feeling quite attacked right now. Now, he gave me a strawberry Long Island iced tea. I told him, give me his favorite drink. And you can't go wrong. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm very excited for just maybe an hour and a half, something like that. Just sitting here by the beach and relaxing after a very long day at the park. 21,128 steps today. And I still have to walk all the way out to my car. Like I've said, be prepared. Be prepared for lots of steps.